Hi, I'm Louise, and this 40-minute yoga sequence has been specifically designed to release tension in your neck, chest, and shoulders that can occur when you're rounded over a steering wheel driving a car or hunched over a keyboard typing away at your desk. So let's start with hands on the wall or a post like you can see here. And just as I exhale, relaxing my torso down in between the shoulders, my feet are hip width apart, and I'm forming a 90-degree angle with my hips, opening up through the shoulders. Inhale to step the feet back into the wall or the post as you lift up. Now coming up, bringing your left arm against a wall or a pole as I'm doing here, and then start to turn your torso open to the right. See how I'm walking my toes around to the right as I open up through the left shoulder. Keep your arm firmly pressed against the wall and feel that opening through the shoulder. Inhale, turning the toes, the torso back to the wall. And then coming over to the right side, spreading through the fingers, plant the palm into whatever you're using, post, wall, tree. And then begin as you exhale to turn the torso open to your left, bringing your toes around with you. So toes are facing in line with your torso, with your gaze, as you open up through the right shoulder. Now these are strong shoulder openers, so be mindful, be present. Know how far to take each pose to avoid going too far. Inhale back to center, and then come and take a seat on your mat in a comfortable position. Excellent. Okay, so sitting bones are firmly planted into the ground. Hands are on your knees. Inhale, roll the shoulders up towards the ears like you're wearing them as earrings. Exhale to release. Inhale through the nose. Now exhale out through the mouth as you release the shoulders. One more time. Inhale up towards the sky. Exhale to release the shoulders down. Interlacing your fingers behind your head, elbows are out wide. Inhale, lift and lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale to gently fold the chin towards the chest. Elbows drop down towards the ground as you let gravity draw your head down. So no force here, just let gravity draw the head down. Inhale to lift back up. Exhale, arms come back down by your sides. Good, let's bring our left arm across the chest, holding it in place with our right. And then as you exhale, drop your left ear to your left shoulder, lengthening through the side of your neck. Inhale, bring the head back to center, taking your right arm across the body, holding it in place with your left. On your exhalation, drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling out through the nose to relax, cool, and calm the mind. Inhale, head back to center. One more shoulder roll there. Now let's bring your right hand onto your left knee, fingertips behind. Inhale, lift and lengthen, allow the breath to draw down into the diaphragm. Exhale to twist, looking down at your left shoulder. Inhale, head back to center, followed by the rest of the body. Good, and then exhale, come into your twist. Notice how I'm wrapping my wrist around my knee to extend through the wrist extensors. Inhale, head back to center, followed by the rest of the body. Plant the left hand, inhale, right arm up and over. Keep that right sitting bone firmly planted into the earth. Inhale to lift up, reach your left arm high. Exhale, taking that hand over to the right. Palm facing the ground. Inhale to lift back up. Rolling over your ankles onto your hands and your knees. Plant the hands, spread through the fingertips. And then inhale, look up towards the sky, C shape in the spine. Exhale, round through the spine, spread through the shoulder blades. Let your neck relax, keep pushing through the hands. Stretching through the upper body. And then releasing back to a neutral spine. Keep your hips directly above your knees as you walk your hands forward into puppy pose, allowing your chest to relax down towards the mat. Tick-tocking your hips from side to side for a juicy stretch through the side body. A deeper shoulder opener would be to bring your chin to the mat.
But only if your chest has come all the way down to the earth, to ensure you don't put too much tension on the back of the neck.
And then inhale, lifting up onto your elbows, slide forward like a caterpillar onto your stomach. And then lift up the chest into Sphinx pose. So again, stacking the joints to protect the joints, shoulders above elbows. Open the heart, enjoying this gentle back bend as you push your hips down into the mat. The tops of your feet are firmly planted. On your next exhalation, release your chest down, interlace your fingers behind your back, and as you inhale, lift up into your back bend. Lift your feet stay hip width apart. Lift your hands away from your body, lift your chest. Keep looking down to the mat to keep your neck in its correct alignment. And then as you exhale, bringing your left ear to the mat, toes out, heels in, and simply relax those shoulders down. Round 2, bend your knees, come back into Sphinx arms, and then take your left hand around to find your left foot,
Finding
right
a gap
hand around
between
to
the
find the
thighs
right foot.
and the mat.
Again,
as you
inhale,
continue
let's
to lift your legs higher and higher and higher,
Lift those
developing
knees,
this back
hip width
bend
apart.
on every
Open
breath.
up through the heart, the shoulders. Smile, relax the face. Lift, lift, lift. And exhale to release. Opposite ear, right ear to the mat. And relax every part of the body here in crocodile pose. That's what we like to call it in Australia. As you inhale, feel the belly pushing down into the mat. And as you exhale, feel it release. Arms out wide in a T shape, rolling over onto your right hip. As you lift your left leg up and over, so maybe the toes or your whole foot plants down into the ground behind you. Bringing your left hand in front of the face for support as you open up through your right shoulder. Again, be gentle, be kind, feel into the body. Notice where you are feeling this pose. Exhale to release, to roll back onto your stomach. Extend the left arm forward. Right arm stays out to the side. Right knee comes out to the side at a 90-degree angle. And inhale, take your right arm up and over. So the back of the right hand comes to the ground behind you. Your right knee might come with you, and that's fine. Make sure that your right shoulder is relaxed down into the mat. And then as you exhale, keep working the right knee gently down to extend and enhance this twist, increasing circulation to the lower back and stimulating the nervous system that runs along the spine. Inhale, right arm comes back up and over, T-shape with the arms as you draw your knee back in. This time, let us roll onto our left hip and step your right foot up and over to the ground behind as you bend through the right knee, bringing your right hand in front of the face for support as you open up and extend through the left shoulder, similar as to our standing pose at the start of this sequence. Inhale, maybe exhaling to open the torso a little bit further to the sky. And then as you exhale, roll back onto your stomach, extend the right arm forward, left arm stays out to the side, left knee comes out to the side at a 90-degree angle. And then inhale, taking your left arm this time up and over. The left knee might come with you, and that's fine. Just make sure that your left shoulder is relaxed down into the earth, feels comfortable. And then on every exhalation, begin to work that left knee back down into the ground to really deepen this twist. Inhale, left hand comes back up and over. Roll back onto your stomach. Hands underneath your shoulders, lift up into a cobra. So taking the hands away from the mat, squeezing an imaginary pencil in between your shoulder blades. activate our back muscles. And then plant the hands down. Move into your downward facing dog. Inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale. Let's bring our knees to the mat. Hip width apart, rolling up onto your knees. Toes are untucked. Shoulder roll. Bring your palms into your lower back, fingertips face down. And using your palms to tuck your tailbone under, drawing the lower rib cage in at the same time to activate through the core. Inhale, lift and lengthen through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, coming over an imaginary beach ball. So finding space between the vertebrae of the spine as you come into camel. Keep your chin tucked in. But if your neck feels okay, you can release it all the way back, but never halfway. Finding your heels if that is available to you today. But keep your hips moving forward. Keep the hips over the knees as if you could fling yourself forward. As you come out, make sure your hands come back onto the lower back first. Head is the last thing to lift up as you release and sit back down on your heels. Bring your left hand into your right palm. And just take a few quiet breaths here to normalize your blood pressure. And then gently moving back into a tabletop position. Inhale, reach the right arm high. Exhale, thread the needle. Bring your right shoulder down to the mat and your right ear. Keeping your left hand in front of your face to support your neck. If your neck feels okay here and comfortable, you can extend your left arm forward, planting the palm firmly into the ground, pushing all 10 pads of the fingers into the mat to open the chest further upwards towards the sky. As you thread the needle, feeling the stretch in the trapezius and the deltoid, left hand comes back in front of the face. Inhale to reach the right arm high. Exhale back into tabletop, stacking the joints to protect the joints. Inhale to reach your left arm high and exhale. Thread the needle, thread that left arm underneath the right as you bring your left shoulder, left ear to the mat. Leaving your right hand in front of the face for support or extending it forward to open the chest further towards the ceiling. Keeping your hips parallel with the ground to deepen again the twist. A magnificent stretch here for the trapezius and the deltoid. Inhale to bring the right hand back in front of the face. Good, lifting up, take the left arm high and exhale back into tabletop. Tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. On your next exhalation, walking your hands back towards your feet. Coming into your forward fold, interlacing the fingers behind your back, and again taking the arms up and overhead to release through the neck, chest and shoulders. Weight forward into the toes as you tilt the tailbone up towards the sky. And a little bend in the knees to connect your torso to your legs to protect your lower back, keeping it lovely and straight. And then as you exhale again, bring the hands back to the body. Inhale, rolling up through the spine like a rag doll. Head is the last thing to come up. A big shoulder roll at the top. Or 2, if it feels really, really good. Or 3, if it feels even better. And then interlacing your fingers, take the hands away like you're trying to pull the fingertips apart, tuck the chin in, and again, feel the stretch through the trapezius and the deltoid. Flip the palms away, inhale the hands up and overhead, arms alongside the ears. Tucking your tailbone under, drawing the lower rib cage in, switching on your core to stabilize through the lower back. Now we're going to move into what I call a bit of a shoulder floss. Finding your strap or a towel and bring your hands out wider than shoulder width. Inhale to reach the arms overhead. Exhale to take the arms back behind you. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, down in front. Inhale to lift. Exhale, bring the arms back down behind you. Inhale high. Exhale in front. One more round. Inhale. Exhale, lubricating your shoulder joint, building the synovial fluid in that joint to keep your shoulders happy and healthy. When you finished your third round, putting the strap back to one side, coming into Lord of the Dancers pose again. Core is strong, switched on, activated. So planting your right foot, pick the left foot up, grip on to the inside of the left foot with your hand. Elbow crease, left elbow crease points out. Reach the right arm high, and then as you exhale, come into your Lord of the Dancers pose. So as you reach forward, kick back like a seesaw. Finding gorgeous back bend and an opening through the left shoulder. Finding a drishti out in front to help keep you stable, supported. And then as you exhale, releasing back out with control from your balance to again ensure that you avoid injury. So the control in and out of a pose is just as important as being in the pose. So let's set up on the other side, plant the left foot, pick up the right, hand onto the inside of the right foot. Make sure your right elbow crease is pointing out, so you're opening through the shoulder rather than closing the shoulder, and extend through those left fingertips. Breathing. Don't forget to breathe here. Keep your mind focused on the task at hand. And as you exhale, coming back out of your balance, one big shoulder roll. Tucking your chin in, reversing the motion now as we roll gently back down through the spine, a little bend in the knees, feet are hip width apart. Back into your forward fold, walk the hands into your downward facing dog. Inhale. Extend your right leg high. Exhale, step your foot gently in between your hands. Drop your back knee and tuck your back toes. Inhale, windmill up and over, leading with the left hand into a gentle back bend. Exhale, windmill the hands back either side of your front foot. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, cactus arms as you bring the hips forward. Inhale to again extend the arms higher. Now as you exhale, bend through the left elbow. Hold on to it with the right hand. You can stay here for your shoulder opener today, or you can bring your right arm around to find a bind with the left hand. If you're working with your bind and you don't quite have a grip, but you're close, then find your strap and use that to form the connection between your hands. And eventually that gap will close as your shoulders continue to open by doing this sequence regularly. Release the strap carefully. Take the arms out wide as you inhale, and then as you exhale, bring your left arm over your right, eagle arms, crossing at the elbows, bending at the elbows, lift the elbows high, take the hands away from the face, tuck the chin in to feel the extension through the thoracic spine. Inhale into a baby back bend, exhale, forward fold into a lunging hip opener, keeping your eagle arms. And then inhale to lift back up. Good. Exhale, bring the hips forward. And then inhale, unravel the arms, reach them up towards the sky, palms to touch. Exhale, bring the arms back down by your sides. Tuck your back toes under, come up off the back knee. Bring your back foot to a 90-degree angle and plant your right hand onto the inside of the right foot, side angle pose. Now, as I'm demonstrating here, if your chest is falling down towards the earth, bend your elbow on top of your knee to create a little bit more height here in the pose. If you feel good with the hand on the mat, come into a half bind by taking your left arm around behind your back to find the right hip. Full bind to bring the right arm underneath the leg to find a grip. only if your chest doesn't fall to the ground. Keep the integrity of the pose. Unravel the bind. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale, hand gaze returns to the mat. Inhale, take the right leg high. Come forward into your plank, moving through your chaturanga transition. Inhale into upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. And as you exhale, step that foot in between the hands. Drop your back knee and tuck your back toes. Inhale, leading with the right arm, windmill up and over into a gentle back bend. Keep the chin tucked in. Exhale to windmill the hands back to the earth, either side of your front foot. Inhale, take the arms high. Exhale, cactus arms open through those shoulders. Bring your hips forward, tuck the tailbone under. Inhale, reach the arms high. And then exhale, bend through your right elbow. Bring your left hand on that elbow to open up through the shoulders. Again, you can work into your bind here. Tuck the tailbone under, draw the lower rib cage in to switch on your core muscles. Keep your right elbow pointing up towards the sky to, again, maintain the integrity of this pose. So often we can get excited in binding and want to force our way in, but be gentle, be kind, take it slowly, and you'll find that your body will ease into the pose with more comfort and control as you continue to practice your binds. Release the strap carefully if you're using it. Unravel the arms. And then as you exhale, bring your right arm over your left this time. Eagle arms, bending at the elbows, palms to touch. Inhale, little baby back bend. Exhale, fold forward into your low lunge. This time working your left shoulder past your left knee. Keep your eagle arms, so keep taking those elbows higher away from the face. Keep dropping your hands down towards the earth to feel that stretch through the deltoids. Inhale to lift back up. Exhale, hold. Inhale, unravel the arms, take the hands high, and then exhale, bring the arms back down by your sides. Tuck your back toes under, come up off the back knee. Again, plant your back foot to a 90-degree angle, side angle pose here. So you can plant your left palm in front of the left foot or bend your left elbow on top of your left knee. Now again, choices, half bind, full bind. Your choice, your practice. But again, keep the integrity of the pose. And like you could fit through two panes of glass, in this instance, right hip back, left hip forward, beam the heart open to the sky, peel back your right shoulder. If you're in your bind, you can slowly start to release your bind. Exhale together, hand gaze back to the mat. Inhale to reach your left leg high. Come forward into your high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Just staying in your upward facing dog, rocking from side to side if that feels awesome for you. Exhaling back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, one big deep breath here. Exhale out through the mouth. Inhale to look forward. Lift those hips as you exhale, jumping, crossing the legs in midair to come and take a seat. Rolling down onto the mat. Feet are hip width apart, walking your heels in so your fingertips slightly brush the heels. Planting the hands down, arms alongside you. Inhale to lift your hips up into the sky, maybe interlacing your fingers underneath you, rolling up onto your shoulders to again increase this shoulder opener, beaming your chest forwards. You can tuck the chin in slightly to encourage a gentle stretch through the back of the neck if that feels good. And then exhale. Gently release your spine back down to the mat, vertebrae by vertebrae. Stay where you are. Round 2 can involve a bridge pose again or your wheel pose. If you're coming into your wheel pose, with any back bend, we inhale to lift into that back bend. If you're in your full wheel, straightening through the arms, beaming the chest forward, opening the heart, opening through the shoulders. 5 big deep breaths here. And as you exhale on your fifth, in your wheel, bring the back of the head to the mat. Roll yourself down carefully onto the mat. Soles of the feet together, knees out wide in Supta Baddha Konasana. And perhaps bring the backs of the hands together to stretch through the wrists. Just giving your lower back time to release here. Take a quiet moment, find peace in the mind. And then drawing the knees back together. Hugging the knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins, forehead to knees. Give yourself a hug. Inhale, come up onto your sitting bones. Exhale, back onto your shoulders, rocking and rolling on the mat. Cross your ankles as you inhale. Straighten the legs into a sitting position. Now bend through your left knee, bring your left foot over your right leg, maybe keep the right leg straight or bend through the right knee. But if your left sitting bone pops up, keep the right leg straight. Now bring your left fingertips behind you, inhale, reach the right arm high. Exhale to take the right elbow over your left knee, tucking your chin in to look down at your left shoulder. Close the gap between your leg and your torso. And if that gap is closed, move into a half bind by taking the left hand around to the right hip. Full bind, bring your right arm underneath that left leg to find a grip with your left hand. Again, a strap can come in very handy here. So work with these binds, and over time you will find the shoulders will slowly begin to release, counteracting all that forward folding over a steering wheel that we do when we drive. Inhale, head back to center, followed by the rest of the body. Straighten both legs out, give them a little bit of a wiggle to release. Now let's work onto the other side. So hug that right knee in and bring your right foot to the outside of the left leg. If you did so on the other side, you can bend through your left knee this time. Right fingertips behind. Don't put too much weight in those fingers. They're just for support. Inhale, reach the left arm high. Exhale, bend the elbow over the knee, leveraging your torso open to the right. Half bind to bring your right hand around to your left hip. Full bind, take that left arm underneath the right leg, through that gap to find your right hand. Inhale, lift and lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale to peel the right shoulder open a little bit more here. Big deep breaths. Try not to let the breath become constricted. Inhale, head back to center, followed by the rest of your body. Straightening through the left leg, straightening through the right. Give the legs a little bit of a shake. And then coming back down onto your mat. But as you do so, grab your block. You can also use here a rolled up yoga mat if you have another one spare, or a towel. And we're going to bring it in between the shoulder blades. So like squeezing that pencil, we're now going to squeeze the block in between the shoulder blades. Now you can keep your arms out wide or take the arms overhead, holding on to opposite elbows here in our supported fish pose. If there's any tension in your lower back, keep your knees bent. 5 big deep breaths here. Inhale through the nose, exhale out through the mouth. Letting go. So amazing for your posture. Good. Bring the arms back down alongside you. Bend the elbows. Tuck your chin in. Lift up off the block. Take it away from you. And now bring your palms face up underneath your bottom. Unsupported fish pose. So the only thing that's going to move here are your elbows. As you bend the elbows, your chest will lift up. Your head will come with you. You can either keep the chin tucked in or let the neck go all the way back, your choice. Beam the heart up towards the sky as you peel back your shoulders, pushing down through the elbows. And then inhale to bring your chin back to the chest, tuck the chin in. Come up onto your palms now. Inhale, lift your hips, point through your toes, bring your big toes to touch the mat. As you again open up through the shoulders, head all the way back or chin tucked in. And very carefully roll yourself back down onto the mat into corpse pose, Shavasana. Exhale completely. And then inhale through the nose. Take one more sip of air at the top. And exhale out through the mouth. Surrender completely, knowing that there is absolutely nothing left to do but absorb your practice today. Feeling the vibration of energy right throughout the body as you come into a state of mindful meditation here in Shavasana. Perhaps feeling a tingling sensation in the fingertips and the toes. As you allow your body into a state of complete stillness to absorb all the goodness, all the oxygen, all the nutrients that you have created throughout your practice today. Find stillness in the body, stillness, peace in the mind as you meditate your way from the crown of the head all the way down to the tips of the toes, noticing how you feel now compared to the start of the class. Let go and enjoy. And then very gently bringing life back into your fingertips and your toes. Reaching the arms overhead as you extend through your fingers, extend through your feet. And then you can bring the knees, hug the knees back into the chest. Give yourself a hug. Well done. Fantastic. Incredible practice today. And then rolling over onto your right side or your left if you have low blood pressure, using your arm as a pillow to keep your spine in its correct alignment. Lifting up slowly, keeping your eyes closed, staying in your Shavasana space for as long as possible. Coming into a seated, comfortable seated position. Inhale, lift your shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale to release. Inhale through the nose, lift the shoulders. Exhale out through the mouth, release the shoulders. One more round, inhale deeply. Exhale to release. Bring the palms to Anjali Mudra at the heart center. Inhale to reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhale back through heart center. Namaste.